My name is Dmitry Soshnikov. I work at Microsoft as Cloud Developer Advocate, and I also teach in a few universities in Moscow, Russia. Nowadays, it's becoming more and more important to be able to produce a good online content. And because that's something I do for work, I want to share with you some secrets how everyone can produce high quality online content using the tool which is widely available, Microsoft PowerPoint. But first of all, let's discuss what's important for online learning. First of all, it's important to for the video to have very high energy and to be very fast, because otherwise it's very easy to fall asleep. In fact, the hardest thing during the online learning is to grab attention of the audience. And if you are not energetic, if the video is not fast enough, it's easy to get distracted. And that's why I believe that teaching through live webinars like through Microsoft Teams is not as effective, because normally you would not be able to have the such high concentration of content as in pre-recorded video. Second important thing is to have the face always visible on screen, so that people can have some human interaction, or at least they can feel some kind of human interaction with you. Another thing which is important is a kind of screen dynamics, which means that something should always change on the screen. And this can be achieved through PowerPoint animations or through some handwritten annotations. And that helps people to focus on the exact thought, on the exact position on the screen that you are currently talking about. And then if you think why math teachers, they typically like to teach using blackboards or whiteboards, is because they try to prove theorems together with you. So important thing is the creation together with the audience. For example, if you are teaching programming classes, it can be live coding when you are coding something together. And this sense of achieving something together is also very important. And that's why you can never replace whiteboards completely. But in recorded courses, you can also use ink. You can use formulas, for example, to achieve the same effect. So whenever you are creating content, think of some compromise, because on one end of the spectrum you can have very low tempo when you are proving theorem together with the audience, but high sense of involvement. On the other hand, you can have high tempo with existing slides, but it would not be as engaging. So ideal content should be somewhere in between. In fact, what's interesting is that all the things that you are watching now have been recorded using plain PowerPoint, and you don't need any specific tools to do that. So PowerPoint would allow you to do slide recording. It would allow you to do screen recording if you want to do live coding sessions or show how some program works. You can also do some screen editing right here in PowerPoint, including re-recording some slides. So if some content becomes outdated, or if you want to change the way you explain something, you can change only some slides without re-recording the whole presentation again. And of course, you can export this to MP4 to produce the video, which can later be put on YouTube. First of all, let's reveal secret features of PowerPoint which allow you to do the recording. I call them secret because they are not visible on the ribbon by default, and to make them visible you need to go to PowerPoint Options, select Customize Ribbon, and put the check mark in front of the recording section. And that gives you the whole new recording section of the ribbon, which contains all the useful features. The most useful thing you can do is actually record you narrating the slides. To do that, you go to the first slide when you want to start the narration. It can be the first slide in the deck or any one in the middle. And in the recording tab, you click Record Slideshow from the current slide. You are taken to this recording screen. You can select, first of all, the type of pen that you'll be using, and drawing on the screen, as I mentioned, is very important. You can select microphone and camera settings here, and then click record. So it counts back to 0, and you are live, you can start recording. Whatever you are talking is being recorded, your video is being recorded, and also whatever you draw on the slide here with the pen is also being recorded. So you can highlight things, you can press arrow here to adjust animation, to advance animation, or to advance to the next slides. And what you can also do here, you can also write formula. If you want to have an interactive lessons, then you can use this piece here as the whiteboard, and you can combine some textual information with graphics that you draw in real time. Once you are done, you press stop, and you have information recorded here. You can check it with replay, and what you can also do here, you can also write formula. And once you are happy with replay, you just close this window and go back to PowerPoint. If you are not happy, you press record again, and you can erase this recording and record the new one over. Once you close it, the video and the drawing is available inside the PowerPoint, and you can edit it. So for example, here you see that video is not nicely aligned on the screen, so you can move it to the position you want. You can do some other modifications. For example, you can crop the video if you want it to be square, for example, because sometimes square videos look better. You can apply some of the image styles, or even corrections, like if you want video to be more bright or more contrast, you can adjust it here. Another important thing, what you would probably want to adjust, is the video intervals between slides. First of all, it's important that you do not adjust slide in the middle of the sentence. So it's always better to finish saying something, then you move to the next slide, and then you continue speaking. Or you can record slides just one by one, individually. But this creates a kind of pause in between slides, which can be slightly annoying. As we know, it's better to keep the highest possible tempo. So to do that, you probably want to get rid of this silence in the beginning and the end of your video. And in fact, you can do that. In the playback, you have the option to trim video. And here you can select the starting position and the final position of the video. For starting position and for final position, it's very convenient to look at the lip movement and on the sound wave to find the exact position that you need. And once you have adjusted it, it would remove all the unnecessary silence in the beginning and the end. Another useful feature is recording the screen. To do that, you have the screen recording button available in the recording tab. You select the area which you want to record. It's most convenient to record the whole screen. And then you press record. You have the countdown again. You can select the program you want to record, and here you go. You are live. I can record any live coding session in this way, or if you want to show slides, for example, in some other application, you can do that. Here I have this as an example. I have the Asia Notebooks, which is a very convenient tool to be able to do live coding in Python, for example, or to show slides using some math formula. Asia Notebooks is an instance of Jupyter in the cloud, which supports text notation, and it also supports the so-called Rise plugin, so that you can turn those kind of notebook cells into slideshow like this. And you can, in fact, create slides very quickly, much quicker than you would be able to create slides with formulas in PowerPoint. But probably I will have a separate video about using Asia Notebooks in distance education. Once you are ready, you move to the top of the screen and press stop. And you have the video inserted automatically into your PowerPoint slide. The only thing you need to do is to adjust it to occupy the full slide if you want to, and then select the cut in and cut out point using the tools that we have already seen. Once you are happy with your presentation, you laid out all the videos and you have done all the editing, you can export everything to MP4 video using export to video button. Select the quality, probably high HD or full HD. Then you can select the time for displaying each slide which does not have any annotations. For example, the title slide, if you did not record anything on it, you can specify how many seconds it will show in the video. So typically I select 2 seconds here and then create the video, specify the name, and you are good to go. So thanks for watching this video. I hope the advice was useful and you would be able to use PowerPoint in producing some of the online content. If you have any questions or if you want to share some success stories on creating content in this way, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is available on the website. And let's try to make online and distant education as effective as the traditional one with the help of modern technology. Bye-bye.